Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Yes Prep Virtual College Fair. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You can direct the question to a specific school's representative, or you can ask a question that is more general for all of our representatives to answer. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening today, so hopefully you enjoy your morning and enjoy hearing from all of the schools that you'll learn about today. This presentation is being recorded and it will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. We're really excited to get started this morning. Our first school that we'll be hearing from is Texas Wesleyan University. Texas Wesleyan, you can take it away.
All right, thank you so much. It is just pulling up my PowerPoint right now. All right, so good morning, everybody. My name is Marissa Wilkinson. I am one of our freshman admissions counselors here at Texas Wesleyan University. Glad y'all are here with us. So I'm going to go through some points about what Texas Wesleyan has to offer you and what we're like as a school. So Texas Wesleyan University, we are a small private liberal arts university. We're located in Fort Worth. The important thing to take away from today about Texas Wesleyan is that we are really, really small. So we've got about 2,500 students total, which means for you at Texas Wesleyan, you're going to be in the type of environment where professors know you really well, you have access to them, and you're in a community of people who care about you and want to make sure that you're succeeding. So whatever you put into Texas Wesleyan, you're going to get back tenfold. We were founded in 1890. We've been around for a pretty long time. Every single one of our students who is admitted will receive a merit scholarship, and our average class size is about 15. So like I said, pretty small. This is a photo of our campus. We've got a beautiful campus and we're pretty close to downtown Fort Worth. I'm just gonna show y'all quickly some of the majors that we offer. We do have 3 different schools, one school of arts and sciences, one school of business, and then another school of education. We're pretty well known for our School of Education and School of Business, but any of the degrees that we have, you can definitely be sure that you're going to get great experience from teachers, internship and research opportunities, and really have lots of different opportunities at your fingertips to get the most out of your college experience and prepare you for whatever comes next, whether that's a job or maybe going into grad school. Texas Wesleyan University, we are an NAIA school. What that means for you is that we do have athletics. We're a smaller school. We do compete in athletics, and we do offer scholarships. So if you're interested in learning more about our scholarships for athletics or joining the teams, you can go to ramsports.net and get in touch with the coach of the sport that you're interested in. We also do have an esports program, so competitive video gaming, and if you'd like to try out for that, you can do that the same way as you would potentially try out for an athletic team. And we do have esports scholarships as well. We've got plenty of other ways to get involved on campus too, around 40 different clubs and organizations. And Texas Wesleyan is definitely a school where we're going to encourage you to get involved and join our community. Freshmen at Texas Wesleyan are required to live on campus. They would be living in Stella Russell Hall, which is pretty much your standard dorm room. And you're welcome to continue living on campus all 4 years if you would like. And as long as you're living on campus, you'll be eating on campus too. So we've got lots of different dining options. Not only on campus, but also because we are so close to downtown Fort Worth, you've also got the city at your fingertips. So lots of great places to eat at on and off campus as well. And this is our Martin University Center that we just opened about a year ago. It's a new building on campus, and I think definitely speaks to the ongoing plans at Texas Wesleyan to continue building our community, continue giving students great opportunities, and just making sure that Texas Wesleyan is a great place for everyone. This is our little map of Fort Worth. We're over here in the southeast corner of Fort Worth. Y'all may or may not be familiar with Fort Worth, but there is lots and lots to do here. And not only, eating at places, but also because we are so close to downtown, you get this professional environment to great opportunities for internships or jobs to help boost your resume and give you a good college experience. So cost, I know that is an important factor for a lot of y'all when you're going to be deciding which school to go to. So the first thing to mention when talking about cost is scholarships, because like I mentioned, every student who gets accepted to Texas Wesleyan University will earn a merit scholarship. So for y'all out there who are applying for the fall of 21, we're going to be looking at your high school GPA only, not SAT or ACT scores. So we're looking for a GPA between 2.75 and 4.0. And if your GPA is in that range, you're going to be automatically admitted and automatically given a merit scholarship, somewhere between $15,000 up to $21,000 per year. If you do have college credit, be sure to send that along to us, and that might also help with getting you admitted or getting you a higher scholarship. And the total cost of attendance for Texas Wesleyan is about $45,000 per year. I know that looks kind of big, but we do have lots of students who everybody gets a merit scholarship, and then depending on your FAFSA or your TASFA, you might be getting a pretty sizable financial aid package too. So I know that looks like a big number, but it is definitely going to be lower once you factor in the scholarships and grants that you might be earning. And then we also do have this scholarship that we started this year called the Smarter You Scholarship, which you can get by visiting campus, signing up for classes, and then submitting your FAFSA. So everybody can get it, and it's an extra $1,000 per year. And just make sure if you do want to apply to Texas Wesleyan, you can apply via our website or Apply Texas. Our application is free and there's no essay required, very straightforward. Just make sure to send us an official copy of your high school transcripts. No worries about test scores. Check out our website, texwest.edu/visit for any of our visit opportunities. And remember, that's the first step in earning the Smarter You Scholarship is visiting campus, either a virtual visit or we do offer some limited face-to-face campus visits as well. And this is my contact information. Again, my name is Marissa Wilkinson. I do work with Houston area students, so please feel free to visit our website, email me, or give me a call, and I'll be happy to help y'all out. So thank you all very much.
All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Shannon. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Florida Southern College. We're a little private college in Lakeland, Florida, which is about halfway between Orlando and Tampa, so right in the middle of the state. We're a little bit bigger than the last school you heard from, but not by much, about 3,000 total students and about 2,500 students in the undergraduate programs. So because we are a small school, we're going to have really small class sizes kind of regardless of what you're looking at for majors. But I would say the biggest ones that we're pretty well known for would be our business program, our direct entry nursing program, education, and then we have a really solid pre-med setup. We see a lot of students involved in computer science. So a lot of really cool pre-professional options, as well as having a really strong musical theater program. But kind of regardless of what your academic goals and achievements are going to look like at FSC, one of the things that we really emphasize in our teaching model is making sure that you're getting hands-on experience. So whether that's starting work with the Tiny Earth Network and doing first-year science research, or being involved in the Wall Street Simulation Lab, or doing research through the honors program, we really want to make sure that students are being involved and engaged in their learning. And we've won a lot of awards for kind of our engaged learning model. One of the other things that we really emphasize throughout the Florida Southern educational experience here is what we call our 3 guarantees. These kind of form the backbone of a Florida Southern education. If you want more information about these, you are more than welcome to get a hold of me, but essentially we guarantee that every single student will get the chance to study abroad, will get the chance to do an internship, and will graduate in 4 years. And so we really want to make sure that you have all of those experiences as part of your kind of 4-year college trajectory. And with that means that we see a really strong success rate for our students to move on either into graduate school. About a third of Florida Southern graduates will go on to some kind of grad school, med school, vet school, getting their MBA, all sorts of stuff, or students getting placed into jobs. So we're really proud of our outcomes overall. As you're thinking about what living on campus would potentially feel like, FSC is a residential school. We provide housing for all 4 years, and if you're coming from out of state, you will be living on campus, either in a traditional residence hall like the ones you see pictured here, or most juniors and seniors move into the Florida Southern apartments. We're a really close-knit campus and one that spends a lot of time together. So if you're interested in seeing your friends play sports, or if you're interested in playing sports, we're a Division II school with a lot of school spirit. If you're interested in checking out being part of those teams, you can always reach out to the coaches. We also have a couple of club sports that are competitive in their respective areas, and intramural sports as well. But if sports aren't your jam, there's plenty of other ways to get involved. We see a lot of our students get involved with things like community service, Greek life. If you're interested in growing in your faith, we have campus ministries available, or clubs and organizations that revolve around pretty much anything, all the way from like Disney Club and Cat Club through to academic fraternities and sororities that focus on things like business and social justice. So we really see a wide variety of students, but I think the underscore is that we want you to be involved and engaged on campus. In terms of the application process, we're on the Common application and the Coalition application. So if you're filling those out for other schools, definitely add Florida Southern to the list. We're a free application and we are test optional for this year. So you don't need to send in test scores if you haven't been able to take the exams. We'll ask for a copy of your high school transcripts and a letter of recommendation, as well as one personal essay. There aren't any supplements, and you can kind of see the middle 50% of our admit profile down at the bottom there. You are automatically evaluated for merit scholarships when you apply for Florida Southern. That includes kind of your GPA, what classes you've taken, whether you have kind of challenged yourself in high school, all that good stuff. There are a couple of scholarship programs that can cover up to full cost that do require a special application. So if you have questions about those prestige scholarship programs, definitely let me know. But otherwise, we try really hard to make FSC affordable, and I'll be your financial aid counselor. So if you have questions, I'm a great resource to kind of check in and help you through that process. Florida Southern is open for visits. So if you want to come and check us out in person, you can. But there's also a ton of opportunities to check out virtual resources. That Experience FSC link has some really awesome videos that you can check out about like study abroad and housing options on campus. And I would definitely encourage you to look at those. We're also running webinars and some cool virtual kind of visit options that you can look at over the course of the coming month especially. So if you have questions about a particular major or you want to talk about financial aid, those can be a really good way to learn more. That map there gives you a good idea of where Florida Southern is located relative to the rest of the state of Florida. And that also has all of my contact information. So you can scan the QR code or take down my text or call numbers. And I'll be your resource throughout the whole process. So I'll look forward to hearing from you. I will go ahead and pass it over to the next person, but thank you all so much.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alfredo Echevarria. I am your admissions officer here at Columbia College Chicago. Just so you know some basic information about Columbia College Chicago, we are a 4-year liberal arts college here at Columbia. We are located in downtown Chicago in the South Loop neighborhood. So if you know a little bit about the Chicago geography, you know, Grant Park, Millennium Park, we're about a 5-10 minute walk away from there. Some basic numbers I'm going to be throwing at you right now. Our student body is about 7,000 students. A majority of that number, though, is going to be undergraduates looking to get some kind of bachelor's degree from us. We did enroll about 2,000 new students here at the college this past year. That's going to be a majority of new freshmen and transfer students. We are very transfer friendly here at Columbia. So that means that some students will, you know, enroll at a local community college or university in their home state and then finish out their degree here at Columbia. We do have over 100 different majors and programs. That's going to be a combination of majors, minors, online certificates, and graduate degrees here. 71% of freshmen do live in our residence halls. Again, it's a great location because one, you are located in downtown Chicago, and two, at some point you will get an internship or job opportunity here, and a lot of those opportunities are in our downtown Chicago area. In terms of diversity, we do have 49% of students who identify as students of color. This is vital to our identity as a college, especially when it comes to diversity and inclusion, and making sure that students from all walks of life have that platform to share their story. We do also have about a third of our student body that does identify within the LGBTQIA spectrum. The average high school GPA for an incoming freshman is typically about a 3.34. In terms of the creative learning environment that you'll be experiencing here at Columbia, we are a hands-on immersion in your field from year one. So that means in comparison to other colleges around the country that might have you focus on your major related classes in your last 2 years, at Columbia, we don't have that. We let you jump right in. So if you're looking to study graphic design or musical theater here, you know, you can do that your first year, first semester. And then we do have relatively small class sizes. It's about 15 to 18 students per class. This creates a great opportunity for you to create rapport between you, your instructors, and ultimately your classmates as well. And then we do have faculty. We do make sure that faculty, they live what they teach. And then I did mention earlier in my previous slides that we do have over 100 different majors and programs available to you. Just a very general overview of what that looks like here at Columbia. We do have the School of Audio, Communication and Writing, the School of Media Arts, the School of Performing Arts, and then the school, lastly, the School of Visual Arts and Business. In terms of something very unique to Columbia, we do have something called the Columbia Experience that does span the 4 years you'll be here at Columbia. So these 3 classes, the Big Chicago class, Creative Communities and Innovation and Impact, these classes are designed so that as soon as you start here, you know what those industries and job opportunities look like within your desired field of study here. So that by the time you graduate, you know what those job opportunities and career paths look like once you are ready to, you know, flourish and, you know, get a job outside of Columbia. And then I did mention that we are a 4-year liberal arts college. We do mainly focus in the creative industries and visual and performing arts, but you still got to take, you know, that 1 math class, 2 science classes, history, literature, all that good stuff to still get a degree from us. And then lastly, student life, especially being a visual and performing arts college, what would our student life be if I didn't talk about that? We do have over 70 different clubs and organizations. So some examples are, you know, anime club, a DJ club, a competing choir. We even have a Quidditch team that does practice right there on Grant Park in the spring and summer. We do have over 100 different campus events per year. So just to talk about the theater department itself, we put on about 30 to 35 productions a year. So there's never an excuse to be bored here. I always tell students that. And then we do also have resident centers designed specifically for creative students. Again, my name is Alfredo Echeverria. I am your Texas admissions officer here. You can shoot me an email there. You can give me a call there. If you want to start and submit an application, you can go to colum.edu/apply. If you want to connect with us on our social media handles, you can go to our Twitter or Instagram page. You can go to our website if you want to check that out. And then if you do want to talk to us, you know, say hi, create a conversation with us, you can go to admissions@colum.edu as well. But thank you so much for having us here today. We look forward to chatting with you sometime soon, and I'll hand it over to the next presenter.
Hi, thank you so much for sharing that information. We loved learning more. Just to give everyone a couple reminders to all of our participants, we do have the Q&A button, and we want to invite you to ask questions. Remember, these can be for a specific institution or specific school that's on here, and the representative can answer that question, or it can be a good general question that we could answer with all representatives at the end of the presentation. So just to review and let everyone know where we're going to go for the second half, we'll next be hearing from St. Mary's University, followed by Suffolk University, and we'll finally finish with Arcadia University. So that will be the second half of our presentations today, and we are happy to hear from our next round of schools. So please feel free, Karina, to take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. My name is Karina De Leon. I'm the admission counselor for St. Mary's University. I'm also an alum of Yes Prep East End, graduated back in 2014. So this is very near and dear to my heart to be able to be presenting to you guys because I've also been on the other side of the table. So I have a lot to share with you guys. So here we go. So we are located in San Antonio, the 7th largest growing city in the United States. We have a lot to offer. We have obviously the Riverwalk that many people know about. We're about 3 hours away from Houston. I go to Houston every 2 weeks. My parents are back in Houston and I love being able to visit them all the time. There are different things that you can do while you're here, but not only do things, but then also build partnerships, networking, and you can continue to just grow as a professional as well while you're here in San Antonio. Our university profile, here it is, 11:1 student to faculty ratio. Our average class size is about 16. So you will get a sense of getting to know your professor. 94% of our professors hold a terminal degree. That means that they've gone to school for a very long period of time. The other 6% are former FBI agents. They are former current San Antonio Police Department officers. We believe that you don't just learn from people that go on to college, but then also people that are in the field as well. So you'll be able to build that network with them as well. This year, we are so excited to launch our esports team. We actually have the only female coach coaching our team. We are excited to launch it this year. And then hopefully, if you're interested, let us know. I actually have with me Michael Rubo, who's in charge of all of our athletics attendees that will come to St. Mary's. So if that's something that interests you, let us know. We can definitely get you in contact. Other than that, we have volleyball, we have soccer. Really the easiest way to get to know a little bit more is to just go on our website and learn more. Our student body sits here. So we have 58% of students are female, 42% identify as being male. And then we do have 13 residence halls. You are required to live on campus for your first 2 years. This is our traditions in student life. Students love to give back. They do community service. We run around the neighborhood to, give proceeds to a charity of our choice. And of course, San Antonians love to party. So this is what we have over here. We have 10 days of fiesta that happen in the spring. St. Mary's kicks it off. We have about 80,000 people that fill our grounds. Typically, we have about 3,000 people on campus, so it becomes a very big community party. It's an awesome time, and then it comes back to you guys in scholarships as well. So as a private institution, people ask all the time, how am I going to be able to afford St. Mary's? Well, it's through this. It's through being able to have an awesome time and then giving you back in merit scholarships. Here at St. Mary's, we have 3 different schools: the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, our Grahey School of Business, and our School of Science, Engineering, and Technology. And I'll be able to talk to you guys a little bit more about each of them here. So our Grahey School of Business, very well known. It is accredited. Only 7% of the world's business schools are accredited, and we happen to be one of those schools. If you want to learn how to invest, we actually have a student profile or a student portfolio that actually students got to run about 7 years ago whenever it started, and now we're up to $2.7 million. And it's because students like yourself learn how to invest, and then you continue to do so while you're in the classes. We have our College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. We have professors that do research. As a smaller institution, most of our students will be able to complete their research. We have actually one of our professors here. She's doing research over at SeaWorld. She sees the interaction between the beluga whales, moms, and the babies. It's really cool. I have friends that have done it, and their experience is always amazing. Again, that one-on-one interaction that you have with your professors is very well known here. We also are the only institution in San Antonio to offer forensic science as an undergraduate major. So if you're thinking about like criminology, biology, chemistry, blood splatter, any of that sound good, this would be the place for you. And lastly, we do have our School of Science, Engineering, and Technology. We are accredited in engineering, in mechanical, industrial, electrical, and computer. And then we're also very well known for our acceptance rate into medical school. Lastly, you can't talk about St. Mary's without talking about the School of Law. Many of the San Antonio judges, attorneys, and lawyers come from our law school. And then you also have the ability to come in and be able to go in through our law school at a faster rate, typically only 6 years instead of 7. Very easy to apply to St. Mary's. You can do it through our university website, Apply Texas, or the Coalition app. You can see here, you can apply with test scores or go through the test optional route. All you need to do is apply, submit your transcript, and then depending on what you choose to do, you can submit your resume or your test scores. And then that's a little bit about St. Mary's. That was really, really fast, but I hope that you guys learned a lot about what we have to offer. Here's my contact information right here. You can feel free to call the office and I'll pick up, or you can also email me. And then just make sure to follow us on our different platforms. On Instagram, we are doing giveaways all the time, and then also on TikTok and Twitter. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. We really enjoyed hearing that. Our next presentation will be Suffolk University.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm just getting my PowerPoint presentation up here. My name is Ellie Via Wilson, and I'm Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admission at Suffolk University in Boston, Massachusetts. And Boston is a really great city to be a college student in. It's actually nicknamed America's College Town, and it's the #1 student city in the United States. So over 250,000 students call Boston home, and there are a lot of different colleges and universities in the area. It's also a wonderful city for young professionals, so a lot of people move into Boston because of all the opportunities in multiple types of fields and career paths. We're about a just under 4-hour direct flight from Houston, so not too far away. And then in terms of our location itself, Suffolk University is the only college or university in the city that's located right in downtown. So what's wonderful about that is that our location itself adds so much value to our students' academic and social experiences. And there are so many opportunities for our students to get involved, not only on campus through involvement, but also with internships and real-world work experiences. We have just under 5,000 undergraduate students, so we are considered a medium-sized institution, and we have students that come from all over the United States and world. We have students from around 46 states, as well as 94 different countries. 20% of our undergraduate student body is international students, so there are a lot of different languages and cultures represented on our campus. 34% of our domestic students are students of color, and 37% are first-generation college students. We also have a pretty small academic environment, very tight-knit, so our average class size is only 21 with a 15-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. So it's really easy to get to know your professors. Not only will they know your name, but they'll also know your learning style, your interests, your passions, and your hobbies. We have around 70+ academic programs at the university, housed in 2 colleges, our College of Arts and Science, as well as our Sawyer Business School. We also have a law school on our campus. And we really encourage our students to access interdisciplinary courses that cross and span across both of our academic colleges. So for example, if you are studying graphic design, which is in our College of Arts and Science, but you're also interested in marketing, which is in our business school, we would encourage you to take classes and study in both areas, really expand your skill set and knowledge. We also have 11 streamlined pathways to advanced degrees where you're completing both your bachelor's and master's degree within 5 or 6 years total. And we have a program, a 3+3 program for law, where you are completing your bachelor's and your law degree within 6 years total. In terms of our educational philosophy at Suffolk, we are really big on taking full advantage of our location being in downtown Boston, and education expands beyond the classroom setting, where classes often venture out into local businesses, companies, and civic organizations, where you are getting to work with professionals within that field. So we're really based in experiential learning, which essentially means learning by doing. And internships are really big at the university. And because we're in downtown Boston, internships are everywhere. We're also focused on developing our soft skills, such as communication, teamwork, adaptability, and creativity, because we know that these are skills that employers are looking for. And then these are just some pictures of our students out and about in internships and practicing what they're learning in the classroom in a real world work setting. In terms of student life, there's a lot of different ways to get involved. We do have sports. We're a Division III sports school with 19 different teams. So if that's something you're interested in, please check out our athletics website so you can get in touch with our coaches. We also have over 120 plus student clubs and organizations that you can participate in. That's a great way to get involved in campus and also make friends. We also are really big in service. It's written right into our mission statement. So our students are known for giving back to the world and trying to make the world a better place. So you can do one of our 20 service learning courses, alternative winter or spring break, or just get involved in causes and organizations that you're passionate about. We also have residence halls on campus, so you can live right in downtown Boston in the heart of the city, which is nice for students who maybe want to explore and see all that Boston has to offer. We're also big on study abroad. We have over 50 different partnerships. And in particular, we have our own campus in Madrid, Spain, where students can start their freshman year of college on our Spain campus and stay up to 2 years for most majors. For international relations, you can study all 4 years on our Spain campus. It's a great way to kind of experience another culture and place. And finally, the admissions process. We are on the Common Application, so you can fill that out and send it right along to us. We will ask for your high school transcript, one letter of recommendation, and your essay. In terms of optional materials, we are a test optional school, so it's up to you to decide whether or not you would like to submit an ACT or SAT as part of your admission process. But we have a holistic approach to admissions at the university, meaning that when we're reading our application, we're trying to get to know you as an individual, what makes you unique, and what qualities and things you'll bring to the Suffolk community. And then of course, our deadlines, early action, November 15th, regular decision, February 15th. We also offer merit-based scholarships, which students are automatically considered for those when you apply to the universities. There's no additional steps, essays, or applications that you have to fill out. And then we also have need-based financial aid. So that's through filling out the FAFSA form. And that's the only form we require, no CSS profile. Finally, this is my contact information. So if you have any questions, I am the person that reads Houston apps, and that is my email address. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for presenting. We enjoyed hearing about Suffolk. And now to have our sixth school. We are very excited to hear from Arcadia University. Alex, take it away.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Let's share my screen. Okay, so I know I don't have too much time, so I'm going to give you the brief introduction of what Arcadia is, what we have to offer, and learn a little bit about what Arcadia kind of is more known for, at least on a national scale as well. So just a brief introduction. We are located in Glenside, Pennsylvania. To give you guys a better perspective on that, we are just outside of Philadelphia, sixth largest city in the country. But the great thing about our location is that we are technically about 20 minutes outside of Center City, Philly. So kind of the best of both worlds, where the campus is a little bit more quiet, a little bit more suburban feel. But if a student wanted to go right into Center City, it's a quick drive, a quick train ride, and they have everything that Philadelphia has to offer at their disposal. Now, we are a little bit of a smaller school with 2,100 undergraduate students. We do have several graduate programs that bring our population close to 4,000. And with that comes a smaller student to faculty ratio. So about 12:1 is our official ratio. Average class size in a student's first year is 14. And the number just gets smaller from there. So we try to promote that personalized education where students get to know their professors, professors get to know them. It's one that we really thrive on and one that we really like to promote. and think that offers the student the best kind of opportunity to kind of really engage in their education. But that doesn't diminish the academic level at all, because we do have more than 65 different fields of study to choose from. Students have the ability to choose majors in so many different disciplines, and there's a lot of interdisciplinary learning as well. So, I attended multiple graduations in the last couple of years, and when they call out students' names, you hear a lot of double majors, you hear a lot of minors added to it. So it's nice that students don't have to just choose one very linear way to kind of graduate in 4 years. They can pick fields that interest them and combine them into a program that really is tailored to what they are looking for after they graduate. Now, aside from the academics, talking a little bit about student life and athletics, we do have 26 different Division III athletic teams. Number actually grew from 19 the past year. We added several new athletic teams, including co-ed esports. The great thing about being Division III is that students are true student athletes, meaning that they do understand that the academics do come first. That doesn't diminish their athletic abilities. That doesn't diminish the competitiveness of the sports. Consistently, our teams are making conference championships, the NCAA Division III tournaments. So it's nice that they can still compete at a very high level while getting a great quality education. Now, we do have intramural clubs, club sports, so students don't want to compete at the NCAA Division III level, they don't have to. We do also have more than 60 different clubs and organizations that range anywhere from major-based organizations, that range from interest-based organizations. So we always say that if there's something that a student is interested in doing on campus, Arcadia does have that club that they can get involved in. And so many of our students get involved. I also oversee our overnight and day on campus program, and several of the hosts that I work with that are current students are involved in so many different organizations. So it's nice to see that students are not just going to school to study and that's it. They get involved with so many things on campus. So it's nice that if either the students come with that initiative already in them, or if Arcadia kind of fosters that initiative, I don't know, but it's great. It's really great to see. Housing is guaranteed for all 4 years, but it isn't required at any point for students to live on campus. Just because we are so close to Philadelphia, there are a lot of students that either commute from home, live off campus, but it is nice that it is guaranteed for all 4 years. So if a student does want to live on campus, they can. And we do have a few options for students: traditional dorms, two-door room, three-door room dormitories. We also have suite style, apartment style living, and special interest housing. There was a few pictures at the beginning that you saw a very nice, beautiful castle. That not only is like the centerpiece of our university, but it also is a residence hall for first-year students on the 3rd floor. So if a student wanted to live in the castle, they can. Now, this is probably my favorite piece of information that I'd like to share with students, because, as someone that has visited so many countries across the world, getting a globalized education and just learning about different cultures is something that personally interests me a lot. But Arcadia academically does thrive on this as well, because we've been nationally ranked in study abroad for the last 10 years. 9 of those have been #1 in study abroad participation. Just last year alone, students earned credits in over 39 different countries. So it's nice to see just how far Arcadia's reach can go. When it's all said and done, about 3/4 of our students go abroad in some capacity, whether that's a traditional semester-long program, year-long program. We also have a few unique study abroad programs where students can go for a full semester in their first year to our London Center over in the UK. We also have a great preview program where if a student in their first year during the spring semester didn't want to go for the full semester, can go to a preview experience, which is a week-long experience during the week that they have for spring break. The past 2 years I've been involved in our London preview program. So students are on campus during the spring at Arcadia. They learn about a specific topic, and then during spring break, we went over to London and learned about everything that we kind of saw in the classroom in person. So it's a great experience. It's a great opportunity. And the main thing about this, it's not required at any point, but it is something that we really are very proud of.
Thank you, Alex, for reaching the end. If you have a slide with your information, we've reached the 6-minute mark. If you'd like to share that slide or announce that, that'd be great.
It's right there.
Great. So you can see Alex's information right there for the best way to contact him. Thank you so much. We appreciate that information for sure. I know we had a question in the box that a couple of our representatives answered about best college for studying veterinary medicine or to become a doctor. If any of the representatives who haven't responded want to drop an answer or a link in there, that would be great. But as Shannon and Ellie have already shared, and the other reps will as well, there are a lot of different choices for, I'm a former pre-health advisor, so every college is going to have some great programs in the sciences and in other areas that you can study. And you can also utilize, as long as you're completing prereqs and changing, having the out-of-class experiences as well. There are a lot of different opportunities. So if any of the representatives want to drop in any of their specific pre-health, pre-veterinary medicine links, please definitely do so in that section. We have a couple extra minutes. So if all of our representatives wanted to turn on their cameras and turn on their mics, we're just going to kind of go around. And if anyone would like to add more in a quick 15 to 20 seconds about your pre-health or pre-veterinary medicine programs and resources, you could do a quick little highlight of that or anything that you'd like to share about your institution's programming in that area. We'll go through the same order that we use for the presentation. So Texas Wesleyan, anything you'd like to add?
Sure, thank you. So I would say in regard to pre-health, anything like that at Texas Wesleyan and really at many schools, biology, biochemistry, chemistry, those natural sciences are going to make a lot of sense for what to study to get your bachelor's degree in. We do have a group on campus called our pre-professional program, which is designed to work with any students who are pre-blank. So whether it's pre-nursing, pre-med, pre-vet, pre-dentistry. So Texas Wesleyan definitely has the infrastructure and the degrees to help you with that. And that's Tex West.
Yeah, I'll echo a lot of that. We operate pretty similarly in that Florida Southern has a pre-professional program and a dedicated advisor for that. One of the things that I think is really helpful for a small school is that you have a dedicated advisor who has a pretty small caseload. And when you're working on getting your materials together, a lot of students don't know that you actually apply to medical school during your junior year. So you need to have that set up and ready to go early on. So I think that that's one of the things that we do really well and statistically have a good kind of track record of helping students with is navigating the application process, because it's kind of different from the college application process too.
So at Columbia, we unfortunately don't have any programs for pediatrics or veterinary services, but you can study acting where you can act as a veterinary or pediatrician, in the future.
Here at St. Mary's, we do have our pre-health profession advisor. So that's if you want to go on to medical school, veterinary school, we do have our pre-health advisor that works with you all 4 years to ensure that you're accepted. And then we also have partnerships with both Baylor College of Medicine here in Texas, and then also UT Health Science. So we have those partnerships where students are automatically accepted after completing a certain amount of semesters. So I would definitely get in contact with Dr. Carly Friedman, and I know that we can include that on the question and answer.
At Suffolk, most students who are interested in the medical field or veterinary medicine will study our biology major with the health careers track. Students will get an advisor within health careers that will kind of work with you to determine, what area of medicine you might want to go into. They have a lot of relationships within the field, so they can help you find internship locations and make sure kind of you're on track to stand out in the medical school application process. And just by being in Boston, we have some of the best hospitals in the nation that are consistently ranked 1 through 4 every year, like Mass General Hospital, Brigham and Women's, and those are within a short walking distance from campus. So a lot of opportunities within the medical field.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Ed.
Yeah, so at Arcadia,
out of order on my list, sorry.
We do something very similar with students at the undergraduate level for at least the medical school with pre-med, but we do have a few graduate programs of distinction. For example, our doctorate of physical therapy program is a top 20 program in the nation, highly ranked physician assistant program as well. And we do have a shared admissions track for students coming in as first year students that kind of guarantee them their seat in those programs if they meet minimum requirements. So it's, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for answering those questions and adding a little bit. For any of the last questions that we have in the question in chat, and for anyone looking, again, for information about each of these schools, these programs will be, videos in about a week will be online. So you can come back, watch it again, and also see the contact information for all of our representatives. So we're getting ready to wrap up right now, and let me get to that. So we're just thankful that everyone came today and was hopefully able to learn quite a bit about the presentations about each of our institutions. We really appreciate each of our representatives for showing up and sharing today with all of our students. Just a few quick reminders here at the end. We have a quick survey. When this window closes, a very quick 4-question survey will appear. We also hope that you will enjoy all of the other sessions you may be attending. And don't forget to look back next week for recordings to be available online for this and all of our different sessions that are available. We especially thank, again, the facilitators for their time and sharing their institutions. We greatly appreciate it. And we hope that everyone has had a wonderful day. Thank you so much. This concludes our time together this morning. Goodbye.